So now that you have Avatar Creator installed, let's take a quick walkthrough of its interface. So we'll start in Motion here and create a new Motion project. Let's reposition it over here and resize it so it takes up our full screen. We'll go look in our generators here, and under Unami Software we should see Avatar Creator. Go ahead and click Apply to add it to our scene here. And under the inspector we will click Load Avatar Creator. This will bring up the Avatar Creator interface, and once again I'm going to resize it so it's a little bit more appropriate for our screen. And I'm going to create a new character, and I'll just give him a simple name. So right away, the first thing you'll see is that we have a few different panes around here. In the middle here, you see what we will call the viewport. This is our tools, this is our timeline, this is the project assets, and these are the animations for adding a quick animation to the character. In the viewport, if you use your left mouse button, you can orbit the camera around what you have currently targeted. If you use left click, you can pan the camera around, and finally if you scroll with your middle mouse button, you can scroll in and out and dolly the camera in and out. Also in the viewport we have the manipulation tools. Here we have the move tool to be able to move the character around, the rotate tool to rotate the character, and finally the scale tool to scale the character up and down. Over here we have the tools to dress and customize your character. So under body you have things like skin tone, eye color, hairstyle and hair color, and along with facial hair. So let's just quickly give him some hair over here and a fun mustache of I believe that's a Fu Manchu. Finally, let's close up his body and give him a little bit of clothing. Let's give him some shoes so he doesn't hurt his feet walking on the bare ground. Give him some pants. He might want to not go out in public with this. Let's give him something a little looser than those tight pants. There, now he's a 70s dancer. Finally, he needs something to wear on his upper body. Alright, so once we have him dressed, we can go over to this animation selector and give him something to do. Let's make him dance, and we'll choose the robot hip hop dance. That's a pretty fun dance. So once we've clicked that, you'll notice that down here in the timeline it's listed a new animation. We can move the playhead around and watch the animation play back live. We can also put the playhead to the beginning and hit the play button to watch the animation play in real time. Once we are happy with this, we can go ahead, stop the animation, and click this check mark here to send this back to the host app. Now we're here back in the host app, and you can see that the animation and character that we set up has been sent back over here. Now that we're over here, we can scrub through the timeline and see the character animated from the point of view of the camera that we had set up in Avatar Creator. Over here, under the inspector, with the layer selected, we go to Generator. We can see the selected scene, and right now we have Bob selected. This allows us to select between different characters or different scenes that we have created. We can choose whether to use the camera data in Motion or to use the camera from Avatar Creator. This is where we load Avatar Creator, as we saw earlier. And finally, let's move over to the Advanced group. Under the Advanced group, we have a feature called Render Caching. Render Caching is a way to speed up the performance of this application by caching frames that have previously been rendered. However, that can result in some frames being used when they are no longer valid. When that happens, you can click Clear Frame Cache, and that will reset all of the cached frames and start over and render them from scratch again. If you prefer not to use this feature in the first place, you can just simply uncheck this button right here. Finally, you can see the render service status and the plugin version down here. And when you are ready to purchase the full version to remove the watermark, you can click this button here.